I stood there, completely still, as her words landed with the sting of something far more brutal than a slap. "Don't touch me, Kevin." She didn't raise her voice, but her tone was so sharp, so cold, it seemed to strip the warmth from the air around us. My hand, half raised, mid-motion, reaching out to soothe, hung uselessly in the air before I let it drop, slow and hollow, to my side. We had argued before, many times, but this time felt different, heavier, like something had finally broken, and we both heard the snap. There was no shouting, no slammed doors, no dramatic tears, just her voice, slicing clean through whatever fragile thread still connected us. I stared at her, searching for something, regret, hesitation, even anger, anything that would tell me she didn't mean it. But all I saw was a void. Her eyes weren't filled with rage or sadness, just that cold emptiness people wear when they've already walked away inside. And that was the moment I knew. I no longer knew who I was to her. A roommate, a burden, a mistake she didn't want to admit to. We had spent 6 years together, 3 as a couple, 3 as husband and wife. And yet, in that quiet, final moment, I realized I was just a stranger standing in a house full of memories that no longer felt like home. Without a word, I turned toward the door. It wasn't some dramatic exit. It wasn't revenge. I was just too tired to fight for something that didn't want me back. My silence wasn't calculated. It was all I had left. Just as my fingers curled around the doorknob, I heard her voice, barely a whisper. "Kevin, wait." I froze, heart pounding, still not turning. "Please," she said again, louder this time, her voice cracking like something inside her finally gave way. "Don't leave like this." But she didn't realize I'd already left her 100 times. Quietly, slowly, every time she ignored my pain. Every time she met my vulnerability with indifference. Every time I looked to her for connection and found her absorbed in anything else. The end didn't come suddenly. It had been unraveling for a long, silent while. I opened the door and stepped into the hallway. The air felt brisk against my skin, as if it too had been holding its breath. Still, I didn't cry. I couldn't. I had shed too many tears for someone who stopped looking at me like I mattered. Behind me, I heard soft footsteps. She had followed. "Kevin, talk to me." I didn't mean it. Her voice shook, a mix of fear and regret. But I said nothing. There were no words left. My silence filled the space between us louder than any argument ever could. She touched my arm, gently, as if hoping to ground me, but it was far too late. Too late to repair the nights I lay next to her feeling completely alone. Too late to erase the blame she placed on me every time something broke. Too late to undo the absence she cloaked as independence. She had always asked for space. Now she had all of it. I walked down the stairs, each step deliberate, like part of some solemn goodbye. Her voice followed me, higher now, breaking. "Kevin, please," she cried. But I didn't stop. I didn't look back. By the time I reached the front door, I already knew I wasn't coming back. Not that night. Maybe not ever. Sometimes love doesn't end in fire. It dies in quiet, in apathy, in the space where once there was warmth and now only cold stillness. We had long passed that point. Outside, under the soft glow of the street lamp, the first drops of rain began to fall. I tilted my head toward the sky, letting the cold water kiss my skin. It felt fitting somehow, like the world was mourning for me, because I no longer had the strength to mourn for us. My phone buzzed in my pocket. Her name lit up the screen. I didn't answer. Then a message. "Please come back." I didn't mean it. "I'm sorry. But some wounds don't heal with apologies. Not when trust has long since bled out and hardened into scars." I walked to my car, unlocked the door, and slid into the driver's seat. I didn't start the engine right away. I just sat there, staring at the wheel, letting memory after memory flicker across my mind like a silent reel. Her laugh back when it reached her eyes, the way her fingers fit between mine. Our first date. Our first dance as husband and wife. All of it. Fading echoes of a love that used to be, but those pieces, once vibrant, had become ghosts. And I was so tired of chasing ghosts. I started the car and pulled away, no destination in mind. Just a rhythm of tires on wet asphalt, the low hum of motion, of leaving, of breathing again, even if it hurt. Some love stories end in flame and fury. Ours ended in silence, in slow heartbreak. But now, maybe I could begin to heal. And maybe, just maybe, she was only now beginning to realize what she lost. But the real tragedy wasn't that I walked out that night. The tragedy was that I had already been gone long before she ever noticed.